Welcome everyone to more live Linux distribution development here on our channel. Now that my company Exacode is promising so much funding, we can actually continue to work on it day and night. And the only constant is change and regressions, even with our own Linux distribution, despite trying so hard. Oh, and by the way, all the commercial Linux distributions still in shock that you can actually develop, that one can develop an actual Linux distribution from scratch without actually forking Red Hat Linux. With that being said, new regression, we changed because we constantly want to improve things like everyone else. Our libjpeg to libjpeg turbo, like so many others did years ago. Of course, libjpeg being the reference implementation and more portable, but Firefox depends on it hardly. It cannot, like a decade ago, Firefox could use libjpeg, or there only was libjpeg, but then they adapted the API so that it only works with libjpeg turbo. So until recently, Firefox built its own libjpeg and turbo, and I'm not the greatest fan of duplicated library implementations. So to use Firefox with system libjpeg, we had to switch to libjpeg turbo, and of course it breaks for Alpha. Let's see what happens here. It might be just, and also we have more stuff to do, right? So after this, like if this is too boring, of course we have more stuff, just wait for it, because we always have more stuff. So this has some really stupid architecture stuff. Okay, we hard assign that here, whatever they do there. Maybe, I would hope it generically works, so let's take a look. So it's probably not like really directly our script. Of course, ours we didn't. Yeah, did I mention DEC Alpha, right? So of course testing this with DEC Alpha, right? Because we find everything. Welcome to our channel and our life. We find every regression and incompatibility. Alpha, because who else would still want to support that? Keep on error. Yes, please. Let's clean, just not to have. I mean, I have gigabytes of Intel Optane, but not to keep so much clutter around and shell completion to just work. Cheers, welcome everyone. It's climate crisis, right? Global heating stuff, don't forget hydration. Also here it's 15 degrees less than in Greece or Italy, so cheers. Sorry, good that you, yeah, thanks for the tip there. I moved the screen recently. I had this perfectly set up, but I recently had this moved for, good that you say this, for Haiku or OpenBSD the other day. It's a little bit off. Just let's lock it. Yeah, thanks for the reminder before. Nothing like live streaming for an hour and then like the whole stream sucked. Thanks. Trap exit runs a script that runs to catch live. That is amazing. Happy to see you. 30 seconds and still not fast enough. Modern web stuff and cloud. I don't know if it helps. I could create the live stream earlier and let it run for 5 minutes before clicking the live button, but not sure if YouTube sends some notification out or not. I'm not so deep into the YouTube stuff. So, do they have any alpha stuff here? Maybe not. I would hope. Also best with R and not I. So red, green, blue, alpha. Do they not have some generic thing? So they have here. Second Tmax 2. It's 1 pixel. Does this trigger someone? No. Okay. Turbo. So that is Arch. Where are the Arch things? So they probably, I mean, they shouldn't need that, right? Maybe they should have a fallback there, but they have SIMD assembly optimizations. That is one thing of JPEG Turbo, beside probably SMD, SMP, multi-threaded. Where is there? There is some depth control. It's not really the primary source. Do do they have here? Okay, I grabbed for Alpha, right? Okay, they don't have Arch, architecture Arch. That's the most helpful. Okay, they have CMake. Do we build this with CMake? Alright, we probably built this with CMake. Oh, here's stuff. I mean, let's hope. It would really suck if this is, where is even our OS X? This is OS X architecture, not this is generic CMake. Thank you very much for all the random matching stuff. Here's Deb Arch though. So that also means they have some ARM version 7 hard float or HL hard float HL. What is L? Hard. What was HL? Yeah, so maybe we need some more fine-grained stuff. Where's the freaking Z Arch stuff? Java. How can this be so hidden? With or do they have a directory that needs to match? We have, for example, RISC-V. Okay, there's architecture. This, but there's wrong directory. Very. Yeah, it's probably too hot. Which some random excuse. Where is even my? What have I done here? Okay, now that. Where the heck is that? What? Or is it some generic CMake thing? I clearly have too many Tmaxes. Okay, here's SIMD fail. Here's actually also pro tip. Why did I not read that better? Not really sure why I didn't. Okay, so there's actually freaking, yeah. Those who can read are certainly recurring at an advantage. Okay, there's also some require SIMD, so maybe we can disable that. Else, so what is here even? Where is even the beginning of this else? Else if PowerPC? Okay, this is just simply, okay, so here are the list of string equal. Okay, they have surprisingly, wait, they have longs and Alpha64 in one. Why would they? Is this so similar that they? I mean, I hear developers constantly complaining it's too much of a copy of Alpha64. Anyway, so only those work. The question then is, that is certainly included from here. Option SIMD, generate a fatal error if SIMD extension are not available on this platform. Default is to fallback to non SIMD build. Do we build this with requires and too many Tmaxes here. Why does it error when on a quick glance it doesn't look like it should fail? CMake, toolchain file, release, why is system processor not defined? CMake system processor? Where does this come from? I don't really think that this should be the SIMD. Maybe this is broken. Include SIMD extension if available. So this is true. We require SIMD should be false. Where's SIMD at subdirectory? Otherwise, none. Where's SIMD? Maybe they broke that because it is subdirectory. Require. No, there was some. If not require SIMD, include check language, not CMake, SIMD fair return, and if. You know what? I think this only works for x86. Because we have here also others. Yeah, it's recurrently a mess. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. And good evening, everyone. Why they check this early? Or did I just want to check there was something that... Oh, so over. Copied that. Require, I wanted to check if they have a SIMD fail message. Require SIMD performance will suffer. Ah, here's SIMD fail. SIMD. But this is SIMD fail message. SIMD fail. Maybe wherever that is defined. It's like, yeah, 2023, you need to debug bloody CMake files because this stuff doesn't build for alpha. I mean, probably also a couple of, so probably if you, before you say, but yeah, why do you still care? I mean, not only we want to support all our amazing users and investors, but it will also affect a handful of other architectures, right? Of all of the other non-PowerPC and ARM not handled there. So was it SIMD fail? So I'm not really. Where is that defined then? If not, I would have expected some top level. How does it even work? Because I don't see. Ah, fail up. Ah, there's not an underscore. Ah, no, this is the right option. I somehow read in there a whatever I've done now. I somehow read there an underscore there. If require SMD. Is this error or warning? Oh no, this is a warning. Why does it then... Oh, this maybe this is another? Ah, darn, I hate this. Maybe there's another. Here's an error. String no output variable specified. Yeah, who noticed that? Let's check the comments. Welcome. Are you already preparing to upgrade to OpenSSL? I tried that. I mean, we could. I believe I bumped that. Wasn't it like a year ago? I think everything except Python, or like maybe 3 packages, Python and whatever. Yeah, I mean, we could bump it soon. I mean, surely, hopefully, eventually Python has support for that already in the meantime, right? Yeah, thanks for the reminder. We tried that early. I probably committed it because I thought it's fine until I found Python. So yeah, line 100, what's going on there? Oh, by the recurring theme reads the bloody error messages, right? CMake file list. I hate this name, by the way. This everything at CMake is okay. System actually, I already thought like what's going on with this empty system processor. Let's check what we had done there. System, where do we? I should have copy and pasted it earlier. Either here or okay, some set that indeed. Maybe we should generically set that. But where is that? Ah, here. Here we set CMake system processor. Ah, I also can read clearly at a recurring advantage. Here also is some typo. That is the root cause. But we just close the entry door 1 second because I left it open for some air circulation. It's probably a good idea to move that to the top level directory. It looks to me then actually to be uname based, and so probably we will do, I mean, does this name uname? Maybe this generates a name? Not really sure why we set this then. Let's see, we are building for alpha, grab alpha. I hope this was actually, you know what, let's better grab for that. I'm not sure if in retrospect I would do it again to use sane naming, like our own same or whatever mobile table naming, and then you need to, but I probably would in any case need to convert it back and forth. Even the Linux kernel doesn't use, I believe they use some really silly things like PA risk instead of HPPA or other not even sure what's with ARch. I mean, we could actually check. Do they use ARM64? Maybe they do because they're not insane. Yeah, ARM64. Yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, that was Arch2, Echo Arch2. Uname. The only thing would be, I wonder. Yeah, let's maybe do that for now. Too many tmuxes. Whatever, edit anyway. So yeah, this is x86. If a dash, so yeah, that ARch64 power. So yeah, that looks to me, yeah, so much to checking something for alpha and doing something. That is what we're here for, right? The recurring win of making stuff more amazing. I wonder how much we will break if we do this generically in our CMake opt. Probably want to do that somewhere early. Because there were a couple of other users. Oops. Yeah, of course we need to delete the other occurrences as well, but that is, I will redo that later tonight maybe. That is too boring for us copying that. Okay, so that even builds. Amazing, of course this has no shared files. We will delete this or dish or build alpha libjpeg turbo. Libjpeg, it doesn't matter too much. Because this were shared files with libjpeg, that was just because I changed the configuration. We probably should check maybe even what did it run? Processor alpha release. Probably should check with JPEG whatever if that is still API compatibility. If that is still a thing. What is also new is this T2 source package. We always had this, but I've vastly improved that. Welcome everyone. The Graver says Python 3 works at least on Gentoo. Yeah, there could always be patches. I think I started to patch that a year ago and eventually gave up. I mean, it's always... The other distributions could always have enablement port and so on patches. But maybe they don't have in the meantime, maybe it's upstream already. I should check. Try T2, where's the T2 ISO? Needs some fixes in most of the mirror versions are not available. We're stuck. Do you mean building from source? Yeah, I need to reset up, thinking the Anthony enjoys our raging against the machine, putting out all those videos. Let's see if that is enough. Was it all? Yeah, so I wanted to test two things. Let's see. So this is a little bit of a Frankenstein build, I hope. Famous last words. I don't quite remember if that works, because our source tree is out of sync. This alpha build is a month old. Do we have try run new reschedule or a new reschedule? Yeah, we would rebuild if we would rebuild everything. Nah, we would rebuild. So this should have been. Let's hope this was a try run. Okay, fine. Let's see if that we generated an ISO, right? QEMU system. By the way, let's maybe copy this from my internal testing QEMU or so. What was alpha? This here, maybe. Did that do SMP2? I forgot, just for performance and stuff. It's also a little bit older. Maybe I should save this with star, then I could just copy and paste and it usually works. So that would probably be a good pro tip. So, HDA alpha image CD-ROM. Alright, I changed the directory in this thing there. Alright, or do I have this in the... I hate the syntax. Was it like that? Okay, probably it was. I need this because QEMU does not have emulation of SM or firmware. From what do you mean from stable 8 ISO? Stable 8 sounds old, right? Stable. Maybe I need to rename that. Because what is our name here? Okay, this is from 2010, right? Okay, point taken. Maybe we move that. Maybe we move this out of stable. I mean, historic links probably don't, because the latest versions are those. Okay, we have here versions and then. Okay, or I rename this to old stable, because our new style is just to have the version here top level, right? So the latest version would be. Yeah, sorry. I'll do this later, I hope. It's the place the website's pointing to. Okay, sorry. Yeah, thanks. I don't read my own documentation. Are you on Discord already? You could comment on the T2WW or stuff. Discord category thing there. So installing Alpha. The last time, so what? Alright, this is a new disk. Maybe like if you share, like, and subscribe too much, if this channel gets 20 concurrent views or something, maybe notify your significant other, friends and family, neighbor. We could do an all-nighter and fix util Linux for do we have no GNU parted, G parted? Oh, darn it. What did we even build here? Do we really not have... Ah, wait, what happened here? Ah, this is not the installer init RD. Yeah, if enough people watch, or maybe if we announce this better, we could try to debug what's wrong with util Linux at 4.15. Yes, it can't create BSD disk labels anymore. We need the installer init RD. That was the normal root init RD. Probably there. Or not. What did I have there? 6, 3, 7. Why did this not? Okay, I screwed something else up. So I wanted to test two additional things beside Firefox for Alpha. The Graver asks, OnlyFriends, did they not know they wanted to become? Not only does Linus Tech Tips, if Linus Tech Tips gets their money, we are there too. Besides, did they not want to? I mean, it's creators, right? Who know? Also, there is good hardware. I probably should publish there. I have a handful of posts. By the way, there were already some OnlyFans, right? It's not like, hey, there's some $5 here and $10 there. We take everything. We have 20 million euro to commit to our Linux distribution. It needs to come from somewhere, right? We are not selective. Except the Russian blood money. We don't take that. Or Elon Musk's emerald mine there of slavery. So yeah, we are not going that down. Let's see. Yeah, we're not going so far down. Yeah. Also, there is good hardware porn, so maybe I probably should post there, maybe hey, if you share, subscribe, I could post daily stuff, or I mean, there's already some stuff, right? And probably I should, instead of Instagram, put all the good hardware stuff. Hey, I have a Intel Xeon Phi that you've not seen yet, beside other sun goodness and so on. So anyway, we need to get stuff done. What's going on here now? Oh wait, we don't have a CD-ROM? Why do we not have a CD-ROM? Why is here only a hard disk? Was this the case the last time already? Or did I not? No, we have here... Did I not have to see? Maybe a CD-ROM. But I believe there was something... not really, this does exist, or... I remember there was maybe some stupidity. I remember that it didn't... Oh, no, we have two hard disks. Yeah, whatever is wrong there, there's something wrong with... Let's see if that works as hard disk. Hello? Hey, something works. Yeah, there's something... Oh, maybe it's the second... IDE controller channel thing. Second IDE channel. Maybe that doesn't work. Something doesn't work. There's always something that doesn't work, right? But there's always one simple workaround for... With just one creative workaround. Wait, can you part it? Shit. Was this a big image? Also it's parted. Maybe I not. I tried G parted it, GNU parted it. It's just parted. So what was this with this disk label? Label. What even was? I forgot. MK label, right? I usually don't use this. I'm not a fan of this MK label. New disk label type, was it BSD? Partition type BSD, yay, amazing. Oh, there's right. Hello? Alright, it is instant, right? Is parted instant? Something? But no, I think it didn't do something. Warning, disk label will be destroyed. It's by the way an SDA. No, it's always... right, I forgot the yes, by the way. It's maybe not my day. Maybe I should go home, sleep or stuff. Did it still not do something? Right, we don't have a partition yet. Such a confusing stuff, yeah. So, because what the issue is, fdisk somehow, the last time didn't create a BSD disk label for me. I should debug that. Should I subscribe, Patreon, so on. What was it now? I forgot my own A boot. Shit, what was it? I'm reading manual live on YouTube. What was Alpha boot manual? No. Why is this Mauser? I can try Gen 2. So what was the thing with A boot? I forgot what. What was the thing with A boot? You had to specifically. What was with this boot stuff? Or did it not matter? Was just having. Doesn't even mention BSD. Yeah, 3 BSD, thank you much. Here's something booting, workaround found. Okay, I don't want a workaround, I just want to... Yeah, at least the version in 2015 didn't have BSD disk label. We noticed that... shit, how was it? Was there something more special? Someone enlighten me. Or do I need to go to my own Discord? Just 1 second. Either we try or we watch our own just some eBay auctions coming to an end. Because there was some notification, wasn't it? Yeah, bid for the win, thank you very much. I really hate this. What is it? This anti-pattern or this manipulative. Actually, yeah, manipulative is probably the right word. 8 minutes. Let's see. Nothing like live auction live here on this channel. Of course, I'm good at vintage gear. I watch for a year. I mean, I already bid more than I usually would want it. I'm recurrently amazed. I mean, I'm stupid and crazy to waste my hard-earned money on vintage and retro gear, but like 90% of the stuff I don't even get because other like most 90% of the people are more crazy and bid even more than I would bid. So yeah, whatever was a wood. There was something with SMR, right? What exactly was the thing with it? It's better choose here something like 1 or like 4, because there was something special of embedding this. I just don't remember the details. Or did we need a boot type? Oh, I forgot. So usually we automated this, and I would have automated this for Alpha, just that Util Linux wasn't able. I mean, maybe we should automate it today just without the BSD label step, just the rest of it. Because I mean, I don't already remember anymore. Where was it even? Oh, this is stone mod. Yeah, to do whatever I would. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, we have here, we don't have Alpha. Yeah, that is a thing when even I don't, like if you ask Google and was it SM? Here's some, okay, let's see if that is something. Getting a build, bootlegs, floppy, hard disk, since, yada yada, here offset, so since reformatting a hard disk is not without pain, you're telling me. Generally safer to install a boot on a hard disk using SWrite boot. SWrite requires the first few sectors are reserved for the boot process. We suggest that the disk be partitioned such that the first partition starts at the 2000. Okay, I had for 1496 1 megabyte space for storing a boot on the properly partitioned disk. It is then possible to install a boot as the following assumption: SDA boot Alex on systems where partition C is the entire disk. Right, there was something like on systems for partition C is the entire disk. It will be necessary to force the write of a boot. In this case, Linux kernel, booting Linux device naming, boot firmware, boot flags. I mean, we don't have emulated QEMU hard firmware anyway. So where do I even have my... here. Do we have type? What do we have here? I remember I once had some boot. Was it here? Boot? Do we have Linux? Oh, we have 08 for X2. Probably doesn't matter at all, I guess. Oh, there's also boot. Okay, let's give it 8. X2. It doesn't really match X2, but who cares, I guess. Let's hope for the... Alright, we don't have... Do we need... No, we don't really need... Whatever, I don't know. Create a file system. Let's better only use X3 because who knows. And what was it, X3? By the way, usually I use the let's only use that and then it doesn't work anymore, right? But because sometimes the stuff doesn't mount, but it looks like today. Maybe I should, yes, so I pressed page up and it's like not always our bug, it's because the term was probably VT 1020 or stuff. Hey, now page down works, amazing. Three minutes. Will other people be more crazy to waste even more money? Oh, it's cloudy. Look, rain. Let it rain. Probably not. Nah. So then, the point of the new T2 source package, I YOLO'd some trickery, some SQLite database trickery to have a setup subversion, but without files. It's only some kilobyte package, so that is the default in user source T2 source. We might change the last directory. So that is instantly available for you playing along at home. By the way, Alpha, I said this the other day, right? Alpha is surprisingly snappy in QEMU. Many other architectures are way slower. Like definitely Spark is for sure an order of magnitude slower. Maybe most. I have no idea why Alpha is. Maybe some details, some paging or other details. Or memory management. There must be something that is so much more snappy on that QEMU is so much more snappy than on many other architectures. Okay, let's hope for the best. Test. Still somewhere. Whatever. 2003. It's also not very accurate. Oh, cool. There was also some warning. Let's see, wish us luck calling S right boot. Did something. Let's hope it did the right thing. I have no bug, bad RSS counter, state mm. That's probably not amazing. Let's hope that does not prevent this from working. No search for the directory. libjpeg. Okay, so yeah, well, we didn't rebuild some stuff, so that is our own fault, right? So that probably was working before. We just built libjpeg turbo. All right, we can't test the boot stuff anyway. So let's remove that. Doesn't matter the most. Append road equals def sda 1, I believe that should be. By the way, did this have the port? Oh wait, we also probably do we need console? No, maybe we needed that. So let's test our new empty. So normally you would have here hundreds of megabyte, and all right, this probably compresses with all the subversion stuff, maybe to 5-6 megabyte or whatever. But just some kilobyte is certainly better than nothing. So yeah, that works, amazing. It's actually pretty snappy. To be fair, I mean this. Yeah, outbid. People are really crazy. So the problem is. So that's a PowerVR 152 euros. The people are really crazy. Yeah, so I mean, I thought I could do some demo because PowerVR, and I always like to Yeah, someone here sold 153 euro. People are, I mean, 153 euro for bloody Matrox M3D is already way more than I usually would want to bid. People absolutely, I don't understand what's wrong. With this card you can't even play nicely, right? So, I mean, I have like literally no idea, are this other collectors or whatnot? Even for me, I mean, even with my limited YouTube stuff, it would not even be profitable. Not yet LGR or stuff. And then you can't even, these cards are such deaccelerators, you can play next to nothing with it, right? Like maybe you can play a handful of games. I mean, and who wants to game on vintage and retro hardware like that anyway? I would, like, if you want to do that, I mean, not only there is PC emulator and DOSBox and stuff. But yeah, of course I could spend more, but there's also a limit, right? I said this 100 times, I do not buy this vintage and retro stuff at this outrageously overpriced prices. I just wait another year or stuff. This is just insane. I'm not contributing to driving the prices to such obscene levels. It's just ridiculous. So yeah. And then theoretically I would rather have the PowerVR Neo 250 Neon 250, which is super rare probably. I've not found one ever on eBay. So probably if that ever comes up, it's probably $1,000 or stuff, because that is similar architecture, just a little bit faster or so, or like somewhat similar architecture, or probably maybe mostly stuff. Right? Anyway, so that works, that's tested, amazing, because then so that is certainly, then people don't know, because yesterday I criticized, or on Saturday I criticized 2 days ago, the NetBSD, was it NetBSD? Probably it was NetBSD, where you had to manually enter all the HTTP, CDN, and then it didn't even work over HTTPS. And so yeah, that is arguably the next step of, because otherwise, I mean, you could argue NT2, you also need to type in the URL, right? So let's maybe try this quickly. That should work, right? Alpha, this is not what I wanted. Hello, Control C. Why does this not Control C? No, whatever is going on there. I mean, sometimes I have that. Right, we also defined VT. It's probably running on VT 102 or whatever. Did I build with verbose here? And so if you run QEMU with Spark or PowerPC, you probably not have such a snappy experience. I mean, that is reasonable. It's honestly reasonable, fast to work with. Maybe even faster than most. I mean, maybe only the most expensive nowadays, $1,000 or more, dual 1 GHz last EV67 or whatever, ABC are as fast. So yeah, the other thing I wanted to test, and we need to reboot for that, is graphic. Alright, we like now the, could we, is it ABI compatible? Could we just Symlink that potentially, maybe? And probably for StartX we should, I mean, all the TWM and stuff should not depend on libjpeg. That would only be XFCE or something. Can we also shut down? Hello? Someone working on shutting down? Okay, so thankfully that is an emulator. Which VGA should we try? Okay, right, we had no graphic, right? VNC1, and where's our system? Something, there is no graphic. So I need VNC or QXL or Spice or stuff, because that is Okay, that doesn't have graphic yet. Why is this so slow now? First I press it, oh no, whatever's. What's up with graphic? I have some VGA. Why is this not working? It's loaded though. Should this not... Oh no, we have something. It's not really starting. It's pretended to start. It resized. Now it crashed. Okay, it crashed slowly. Cyrus DRI shared object, is that a mesa loader? Failed Cyrus. Yada yada, suffix DRI. Okay, we can. Does shutdown work this time? Okay, maybe some file system check was hanging so long after my forced. First I praise, recurring theme here, first I praise stuff to be amazing. Whatever. Let's try VGA. Would standard work? Okay, let's try. Was it virt.io? Or virt.io not available or something much. Okay, is standard available? Let's see what happens with that. I mean, I don't think there is a technical limitation that should prevent from virt.io. I mean, maybe we could even try and enable that in whatever way that is hard-coded. Ah, come on, can you boot? Not sure what it does not like. Initially it was booting faster. I guess, alright, do we commit the libjpeg? What the heck is going on here? I mean, maybe this is graphic rated. Maybe I should boot verbose. Now it's faster. So what's going on here? Oh, this works. Type too fast for you. Fingers crossed that will do something. The problem is, of course, with this modern X11 stuff, that people regularly on Linux websites only cheer and applaud when stuff is removed. So my server terminated. Well, that's better. No, it's not in the history because we shut down unclearly. Yeah, okay, exception. Which term do we have? So it has a mode set. KMS floating point exception. Floating point exception. So much to this is boss drm dev fp. Somehow first I praised it to be fast, and now it's slow. Hello, what's going on with you, system? Maybe that would or may would not happen on real hardware. Do we have nano? Which other? Is this a minimal? Oh, no, it works, whatever. So something is glitchy. Hello. First VR works and then we just saw. So maybe some file system I/O getting stuck or whatever. I believe this works without default devs. FBDev, is that still a thing that would work? Hey, something that works. The future is now. X on Alpha. Do you want to see this larger? We have some zoomed thing for that, right? So what? Oh, did I move that? Sorry. So what did we wanted to do? All right, we wanted to test X works. Amazing. We can. So that's the end of the live stream. Cool. There was some. Yeah, I mean, there may or may not be configurations that work on real hardware. I wanted to try it. So someone said XDM. Okay, XDM does something. Just slow. Just. Yeah, because someone on our Discord with real hardware, not as cheap as us. They have real freaking hardware. How can this take so long? Avi? Ah. So either it was slow or it was just waiting for some event or whatever. Why does keyboard not work, or does... Did we try keyboard? Okay, keyboard indeed does not work. That is maybe a problem of this. So normally it does work. I just copied this configuration. Maybe I should actually change the example configuration. I mean, you don't need this, right? This is only like if you want to manually. But here's already auto disable new style hot plug. Okay, let's try with it. Hey, that works. Yeah, because there was a time some years ago where this didn't work. Like it was the other way around. Oops. Connection lost. What happened? Was I that? Or it crashed with backtrace? Oh, libx font something. I believe not. It appears not all is well in DEC Alpha land. So here somehow. Guess we should be happy that at least that works. So something is happening with some fonts at least. I wanted to make it larger for you playing along at home. All right, I wanted to test this. So this XDM stuff also works. Not sure why someone on Discord had their. Okay, this also works. Amazing. It's so it's nearly production ready. It only, but yeah, yeah, maybe the font stuff would occur in real hardware. That looks a little bit. I mean, it could always be an emulation glitch, but maybe it isn't. Do we have? By the way, let's. All right. It's the usual VNC and emulation marginalities. By the way, theoretically we have XF, VM, whatever, right? Should we feel lucky? Alright, libjpeg. Fair enough. Forgot or wrote this already. User lib lns libjpeg turbo. Or is it 983? Oh, this was 9. Nothing like feeling lucky like Okay, fair enough. That comes when you test such stuff live on YouTube. Let's see, do we still have? Yes, we have one of those. Do they have other API compatibility? Was it named API? Mismatch, yada yada. JPEG 8. So do they have JPEG 9? No. Womp, womp, womp. Okay, so they have with JPEG, or is it? Also, this is 7 with JPEG 7 with JPEG 8. So there is no JPEG 9. Emulating libjpeg API version 8. Yeah, so much to that. More. Oh. Good that we don't need that for production. What else did we have? So this also means, unfortunately, I mean, we could. How would be probably? It would probably take too long to build this from source, wouldn't it? Especially given that the emulation is maybe partially glitchy. Or at least not as fast as I initially thought it would be. I have the feeling it is faster to build it on the cross. No. Probably running it from the terminal where I built it. Yeah, and this is why we cross-compile everything. Some other distribution at time... Oh, sorry, I probably want that. Some other distribution, like embedded cross-distribution, at times build stuff with QEMU, but that is exactly the reason why I don't. Because I don't want such slow builds, and this was the right one, right? Hopefully. I neither want such slow builds nor error prone, and also support all the architectures that doesn't have a QEMU implementation. Or did I not build the... No, deleted the wrong one. So ISO, alpha, build that, probably rebuild that for the ISO. And then let's see if WebKit GTK and or XFCE terminal comes up, just for the fun of it, to close this live stream. Yeah, as usual, quickly test some stuff. And another hour. In which directory am I even? That probably doesn't... Did I change? What did I do here? Why did I leave the directory? SMP kernel... I mean, we could always disable SMP. Maybe that is... You know what, let's maybe do that. Maybe that is inaccurate and whatnot. HDA... all this stuff, HTTP. Worked on the first try. Maybe SMP is not the best idea. Alright, so we now need to install it manually. HTTP media. HTTP. Vintage times. What do I even do here? Install. By the way, this probably... Oops. Yeah, does not fix the, so SMP does not magically, oops, fix that. And why does my keyboard not, what have I done? Wrong focus, sorry. Nothing like wrong focus love on this channel. XF, or do we have, no, XFCE terminal, oops, okay, so there are some issues, whatever there might be, code generation, stability, miscompilation. That probably also means that WebKit or did WebKit not build? It's named WebKit. This is not built. WebKit GTK driver. Browser mini. Wait, is here not a? Is it all? What? Once upon a time, there was a mini browser. There. You gotta be kidding me that you want this run like that? Okay. Yeah, that also crashes. At least in QEMU. So if you want that I spend more time on debugging DEC Alpha in this day and age, don't forget to share, like, subscribe, Patreon, GoFundMe. All the precious OnlyFans var log X. Do we have some? Also terminal. What do we even have here? Xterm. Okay, somehow we don't. Do we not see the? Wherever the backtrace is locked. Yeah, there's also GTK stuff, also crashes. Also floating point exceptions. Yeah, now we would need debugging infos and debugging symbols, a debugger. We could, there's one last thing. Quickly check. If building something is more stable without SMP. Let's see how long that builds. On the Mango Pi, the RISC-V SM small board computer SBC, it built a whopping 45 minutes. So let's see how much faster DEC Alpha is emulated. So apparently the C++ code is, takes a while. Also FStack protector not supported by this target, oops. Let's see, I checked, so somehow initially there was quite some development, somehow since quite a while there wasn't a new release. Over half a year, soon a year. I mean, there are commits, not sure why they don't release something now. Okay, this appears to be really a pain. I mean, this is also crazy, right? So much to putting the Mango Pi performance into perspective. I was shocked that this built for 45 minutes. I mean, yeah, that is certainly better than building each 5 or 5 minutes. Okay, LTO is also probably adding to that. Yeah, and why I'm not spending €1,000 for DEC Alpha. It was high performance 20 years ago, but it's 25 years and some orders of magnitude higher performance since the year 2000. So that's for this video. We tested some stuff. I could add already a comment. I mean, yeah, how many people do we have watching? But the problem is that reading and debugging, guru meditating around in boring cryptic C code like for sure core utils, or where is fdisk in? Probably core utils, right? Or util Linux. It probably, or like probably, it usually is not the most fun. So alpha is BSD disk label and first, did they call it BSD slices? First part, at least 2048. I guess it's, yeah, to be done. All right, I guess it fails. I think this needs new versions. And then alpha to do what, whatever aboot did we? What do we have here? I believe that should already have worked off. Okay, yeah, btop. So I'm a little bit less shocked now. But yeah, C++ is crazy slow on modern GCC. I mean, certainly modern C++ so complex. Because back in the day, like 20 years ago, C++ was at its infancy and stuff. Like maybe it was twice as slow as C compiling code because complexity, like more stuff to implement. But now it's, of course, it's like an order of magnitude slower. Okay, fine. I've seen enough. Also, it's windy. Wouldn't be surprised. Wind gust 50 or 52 kmh. Okay, now Control C works, at least this. So shutdown. Let's see if shutdown. Oh, this also works. So yeah, SMP apparently not completely stable for DEC Alpha MQ Emu. Let's see. So if we want to boot, boot init rd. Okay, we don't need, and I believe, excuse me, all of this can be empty for no graphic. No. And all right, did I not HDB? Welcome everyone who tuned in late. Let's just test if this already gives us automatically partitioning, and then that might do nothing because it wasn't implemented. Can we somehow YOLO that? If we parted dev SDA, okay, label BSD, yes, and then it's done, isn't it? Can we somehow hack this into this? Maybe we create some. I mean, all the other is, or can we? We could even test if that. Here's also a script. Okay, we have here fdisk, Mac fdisk. I mean, if we do everything in. If we do everything in this one, what is MK part? Start to 48. Oops. What is the syntax for all? Valid number. Thank you very much. Help MK part. Start end. disk location such as 4 GB or 10% negative values. So 248, 100%, does this work? Hey, it did something, yay! But the start is shitty, shit it is. I don't want megabyte, this of course is ridiculous. What is delete? RM part? RM number. What would be the unit for? Here's the user manual. Introducing to partitioning using okay part. Hello? Here. So you can type this in one line, that is good to know. So, sector. I wanted to try S, but of course it is a good idea to read the freaking MK part. One. 248S, 100%. -1 sector. Does it work? -1S. It's a warning. 100K, whatever. Some are not very satisfying. What is if we do 496? Why has a 1053 sector 248? What the heck? Oh shit. Oh, let's do 90%, let's see what happens. Okay, does that. Maybe. Did I understand that? Maybe I did. Did I forgot the X2? I forgot the X2. 1, X2, maybe that is the valid number. Primary, FAT3. It has MK label. Interesting. Can we part it? It's maybe a little bit better to. This is Jeff SDA. MK label BSD. MK part. Probably doesn't do primary, huh? Does it do extreme? 10, 22, 48. C programming, they totally got that. Totally nothing to see, man. And then people wonder why. Yeah, maybe it's primary, who knows. Oh, segmentation fault, I got to be kidding me. Okay, fine. Wait, let's see what happens. Okay, that's a start already. whatever the... Does it do X3 here? Okay, it does something. 248S, 100%. I should go to bed. Okay, that doesn't error. Why did... Ah, right, because previously I used the syntax differently. 1049. Does it have unit? Unit sectors? Hey, yes, it did something amazing. Okay. Let's script that. Or was there, by the way, was there a limitation of loading stuff to... Maybe we should not overcomplicate it for today. Let's just save something that should work. Like here. fdef1. I mean, we could try if it groks. Better fs, I have no idea. Parted. So... Okay, label BSD. Yes. MK part. And we could do this in one line, right? Let's see what happens. MK part 248 S 100%. Guess it did something. 248 S 100%. I mean, let's do this a little bit more fancy. Can we override this to how much did we usually do? Like 512M. The closest location we can manage. Yeah, I find it a little bit fuzzy, to be honest. Where is now my MK port? Oh, here. Okay, so if we use this as boot, how do we create without warning 512 to 100%? Oh, it did this. I'm shocked. 99423, no, it's actually, it did something reasonable, so much to being fuzzy. Okay, then let's do... Then we can even do swap, to be honest. Should we go full in? What size did we use for that? And what was the unit? I forgot, get size. So I had here size, or is that a 20th? Size divided by 20. And what unit get size? Oh, this is probably blocks, I believe, or something. Should have commented that. Can test it though. Yeah, I believe this probably is. Thank you very much. 32 gigs, so yeah. So probably. I could also read the freaking manual. 67 whatever million sectors. So okay, that is in. So the problem is if we use that, I mean, okay, we could divide that again. Or do we have this in megabyte? Oh wait, maybe this is already megabyte. Is it so by 2, then it's divided? No, it's K, I believe. And boot in, what is, boot, this is megabyte, or is this also megabyte? Wait a second. No, what did I write? Oh no, megabyte. Sectors 224. Alright, because this is already, okay, this, because it's already sectors, it's already 512. That is how this mess adds up. And I need some more to drink. Nothing like some good old tap water. So then we also don't need to hardcode the boot thing. So first boot, that thing does that is probably how I usually did it. Yeah. So that's boot. Where were the disks faster? How did we usually place? How did I usually place it first? Yeah, here we have. Maybe it's better to place swap in at the beginning, because then if you have a larger disk, you can later, like if you copy this and clone it, then where did disks? Hard drives, speed. Does someone remember? Were they starting from the inner or outer? Would it make sense to? But apparently they started from inner. Disk task for volume. What is the read write files? Okay, not really sure if that is. I only want one client. I want the freaking. Okay, fine. It's not overcomplicated. Doesn't really matter the most. But probably you don't want to swap, and it's probably more practical to be able to resize it, or not only resize it, even downsize it if you want to separate home partition later or stuff. So yeah, that then, so then from that to, but this was end, right? Did I use arithmetic here, size? Okay, that is size here, so that is end, right? So we need, because that is end, we need, what did we even want? We wanted a swap. Start at boot and at, okay, let's sort that. Boot plus swap. And then mk part that 100%. Does it work like that? I probably want to pre-test that because I don't really want to create an ISO for nothing. So here's the sizes. Oh, so I need to copy and paste that. So that's, oops. Why does this? Ah. Okay, def equals def SDA. Size. Swap. Okay, boot I could definitely typed, but then our alpha. Disk parted, so parted, did we? Alright, we need segmentation. Yeah, quality software, what should I say? Then MK label, yes, does this work? Okay, this somehow didn't, why did it not? Okay, this does not really work like I expected, because that we tested that. Let's see what happens if we... Wait, does it? Ah, this shit, this does not even work like that. Ah, I'm a moron. MK part 512, 512 to 150 to 150, 100% parted. Let's hope they don't have any detection for aborted. You may need to... What? Why aborted? What the heck? Can't make this shit up. Well, at least it freaking worked. Besides being... So the problem is... what did I do now? The problem is, let's check the exit code. I have the feeling this will be 134. I mean, maybe we don't handle the error code. I mean, this is of course not. I mean, yeah, it's the one F disk doesn't work and the other aborts. It's like, yeah. Unless, I mean, we could try if we quit at the end. Maybe if we are lucky. Okay. If we are lucky that we'll work around that queue. And we need to oops. Okay, oh wait, this also abort though. Shit. Only no realizes. Why does it fucking print aborted? You had one job. I mean, of course it's possible. I mean, that it's DEC alpha related, but probably unlikely. I mean, I would be surprised if the compiler miscompiled such relatively trivial code stuff. Okay, fine. This doesn't help much, so let's remove it. How do we do the other? So yeah, some codes here at this line. Yeah, you think you can work around it, and then it fails even differently. But so we need to encode here one. I believe the order. Yeah, so the order is important. How did it work that I had here? did it work? Why do I have boot first? Boot fs. In which order did I create that? Because does this even work in this order? So EFI should work. Where's our EFI? One swap to any. Should this not be maybe created in order? For the root being there first? Why do I have that here first? I have the feeling that does not work. Nothing like discovering potential bugs live on YouTube. Theoretically, we need to have swap in there though. So def, so that would be 3. Any to swap. Swap first, just in case we run out of memory, then oh wait, is it even? Yeah, 1 is that, 3 is any root, and then 1 is, where did I even copy that one? That would be 1 x, maybe x3 for now. Would this work? Nothing like to test it, huh? So yeah, then, I mean, if I already forget what stuff it was and so on, then we have another item. I mean, at least mostly, if you want me to debug util, like either wise, like, but I mean, I can, at this pace, I'm constantly putting here new bugs on my to-do, right? Including, I need sleep. Shall I subscribe? I need some sleep. It's like, yeah, the last thing, fdisk create, fix fdisk create, bsd-disk label, and fix parted to not abort on exit. Just on alpha, can't mix the shit up, it's ridiculous. Alright, I have this. Oh, this is probably why I changed to create the ISO. Let's see if it works. Syntax error in. Okay, something scrolled by there. Let's text. Oh, maybe this was just loading the keymap. So then automatic. What failed there? Okay, there is some mod installed, so that is aborted. Is this? No, I'm not sure if. Yeah, that is probably the 274 aborted from fdisk. Yeah, from parted. Sorry. So then. Better as right, so did it create swaps, and we want to try, oops, let's try better fs, and okay, no, it worked, our code currently not mounted. Why is this not mounted? Why did this not create, or Maybe I really had some reverse order of that I just changed. Where do I create file systems? Okay, we set this. No, we pass this linearly. We set all that and then iterate through it. Let's see. Thankfully, we have run this in text. So it created mke2fs, then which where did this go? Did it not ask us? Oh wait, it asked first or not? Did we not, were we not just ask for, oops, what have I done now? SDA 3 better FS. Well, here's the better FS. Why is this SDA 1? Or is it boot? I mean, it did SDA 3. Now it's mounted. Ah, swap is done. What was GU? Or just DD? Let's try that again and observe that better. Anything obviously wrong to swap? This is the syntax or not? Or was there a reason we have this? I think I had here dynamic number of arguments passing. Wasn't it def fs? And if fs swaps and pass more, should work. And here we do swap early. Why do I do others late? Here is swap. Why do I do swap late here? Probably should unify that. Like if we do swap early for low memory machines, then we probably should do that everywhere. Oops. Native mouse support at its finest. Okay, let's not overthink all the others now. Otherwise we will only cause regressions. I mean, here we also have that last. I think there should be some system in it. Either we do it consistently or not. Maybe I added them here in the order I created that for some reason. But yeah, I mean, if you are on the edge of memory, like on a PS3 or so, then it might actually matter. Or 486. Here's swap. Maybe I added them in the order I created them. So why does the other stuff not work? First swap, then 3 any slash. Or maybe there's still a bug in if loops and stuff, then this stuff. Otherwise, we should be here. Part mkfs def fs mount part mkfs 1 2 3. Where do we have mnt? If mnt, then mkdir, then mount. Otherwise, port mount. Looks reasonable. Maybe we, no, it anyway does. Okay, let's try if it updates the partition table, not that the kernel is now. No, it works. Good, then text and edit automatically partition erase. So it did all. Okay, this doesn't scroll. No, it does. So this should have done the partitions. And then, I mean, this actually should be fine, right? Okay, it does mk swap on the second. That's correct. Creating a file system. SDA3. Okay, that is also, so we need one here. Contains a swap file system, yes. Why is this not mounted? Always something. Let's patch that mk part. What was it? Mk part, mk part, mkfs. Okay, that matches too much. Okay, beginning of file, and then group print substitute to ZX print. Okay, that works. Line is wrapping. Shit. So then not in play, as a not print, and then that probably. Okay, let's test it. Okay, part MKFS. Yeah, that looks correct. Let's in place that. Text. And now we hopefully see what's on it. A little bit verbose. Okay, that is that question. Proceed anyway, yes or no. Where is that? Here, better system. So boot comes second. It was already done here. Creating file system on dev SDA 3. Here is that invalid variable name action 1. Is that an issue? Problem is now, this is due to my scrolling shit. You debug it and then it's still not clear. But maybe there is a typo then, or some implementation marginality. And then let's do that again. Let's this time not mess it up. Maybe I didn't do it now. First I said let's this time not mess it up. No SDA3 is mounted. Okay, maybe it was only random typing, it's of course. Text. So that should be here, mkdir mount. Now it worked or not? Maybe it was just answering some bullshit and yeah, now it's mounted, but it's a little bit more error prone than I would have wanted. But oops, I believe how can possibly get so much wrong? Man, I know so. Yeah, this is when this was due to all the stuff. The terminal was in absolute positioning mode or whatever. Okay, we made some progress. I guess we could commit at least that one, and then I test. Probably too late or no, it's not not crazy too late. It's only normal too late. So yeah, I mean, this is a little bit, yeah, it's not the super best style. Should I, can we factor that out? Sure, we can factor this out. So yeah, as we usually pretend to be outstanding professionals, recurring pro tip, do not mix topics in commits. So what I usually do then, I mean, normally I should have waited with the other edit, but what if I already edit just to have a logical structure? I mean, you could now undo, like copy and paste to some text from buffer. What I usually do is I take the patch here, and then it depends, like I manually delete the sections I want to commit in a second time, right? So I guess the best order would be first the cleanup and comments and then the alpha. So then I leave over what I want to revert, and then I can revert that. And then I have only the swap and size. And then if there's a regression, you could bisect and stuff, right? So they should only sort this and add their sizes in megabyte. Order stone install first. Size in the then you have the rest, and that is implement auto install auto part for DEC alpha, and okay, that is still installing because this time we didn't use SMP. And then we have, I mean, yeah, it's not amazing, and it's still one unclean exit code, because fdisk is broken to create BSD labels, and GNU Portage is broken to abort on quits. Like, yeah, welcome to my life, 25 years of bug fixing. And very few people value it. Cheers. We give it a minute. That probably is all it needs to complete. And then Python. Let's see what's going on our Discord stuff. Okay, tips they have not properly detecting. Yeah, it was our own. It was our own. Was it our own? Yeah, it was our own bug of a variable name not being and new people want to contribute and send their own package patch. Amazing. So that is done. Amazing. Test. Let's pretend to be somewhere in Africa today. Okay, the RTC still is strange, but it's not our biggest concern. CUTF-8 for all the Unicode goodness. Aboot, please. Okay, the prefix works because now we have a boot partition. Alright, we don't test Aboot anyway because KeyEmu does not have system firmware emulation. Maybe I should figure out if there is a terminal escape sequence of not fully resetting, because the problem is I once already added resetting there for this, because some tools, like maybe parted, MKFS, whatever, usually crypt setup or whatever of such stuff. By the way, has take alpha kexec? Probably not, huh? Alright, we need... So yeah, let's... research if there is a universal term escape to reset to, what is it, relative rel not ops not, whatever that is called, something of that sort, and then root def sda 3 now. We needed that, probably. Maybe QEMU fills this by default, but as we specified, then reset it, because it just did work, except when we had root there, so. Okay, so amazing? No, oh wait, it's the wrong one. So yeah, amazing, it appears to be that actually freaking worked, TM. So, that's it for this video. As usual, one small step for YouTube, one large step, another large step for vintage and retro and alternative architectures in T2. I have to go. I hope you enjoyed this, learned something. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, maybe Patreon or GoFundMe and GitHub sponsorship. And hope to see you next time for all the next fun and code